Which scene required the most takes?
Mystery spot. You kept getting it wrong.
Sam Winchester keeps a ruler by the bed, and every morning when he wakes up, okay, enough.
I don't want to talk
Keeps a
about it.
ruler by the bed.
I don't want to talk about it.
And every morning when he wakes up, he.
I don't want to talk about it.
Totally. We had to do it like 1,000 times.
Shapeshifter.
Shut up.
Moving on. Which scene required the fewest takes?
Probably the barn. Our barn.
I thought you'd tell me to get lost or get dead. And I didn't know what I would have done if I didn't have you.
What's the scene you're most proud of?
For me, I think it's Castiel's goodbye scene.
Really? Yeah.
I love the message that it sent more broadly. I loved the emotional connectedness that I ended up having with the scene.
Yeah.
And I thought that I looked great.
You did. It was phenomenal.
You changed me, Dean. Why does this sound like a goodbye? Because it is.
There's a few that stand out. Obviously, the barn scene, the scene when I come back from hell, like really kind of emotional ones. But there's one that was kind of a subtle one that I'm proud of because it wasn't scripted the way that I did it, and it was a scene when Dean confronts God.
People pray to you. People build churches for you. They fight wars in your name. And you did nothing.
In the script, I was supposed to be really angry, and I was supposed to be yelling at him, and I was supposed to be hot. And I came in completely the opposite of that. And
That was you and Mary also, you and Sam,
yeah.
where there was like a mixture of vulnerability and just rage.
I don't know. I felt like it was just a more powerful way of presenting that scene in that moment. I was like, but I like that one.
But one of mine that sticks out, sacrifice.
And who are you gonna turn to next time instead of me? Another angel? Another vampire?
I remember feeling like proud of it, even when I watched it, which is so rare because you feel like I feel good. You go home and you go to bed and you watch and you're like, that sucked.
Oh,
this was like, I felt proud of it.
shouldn't have done that.
And I was proud of how it looked.
Yeah. One scene you'd like to erase. That's easy for me. Fight scene with Lucifer. The marionette fight scene.
Team America?
Team America.
Nothing's coming to mind.
Wow, you guys are awfully proud of your work.
Oh, okay, I got it. I got mine. The wig scene in the finale. That one wig was difficult.
Yes.
Yes, y'all know.
Should have just put a bald cap on you and called it a
something.
day. Who was an underused villain? Alistair.
Yep, same.
Chris was amazing. I thought he was so.
Yeah.
He was one. He
was
was
a-
one
he
of those
was a
guest
guest
stars
star that we should have had back.
I would have liked to.
Oh, yeah.
What was the most badass fight sequence? I can tell you which one wasn't.
You were playing Gadriel, Samdriel, whatever. And Bob Singer had this idea for a shot that was sort of like a 70s grindhouse movie shot where the fist comes right into the lens and that's the edit point.
Yeah.
And you came out and you were laughing and you said, Misha, that was hilarious. And I looked at you like, what? And you were like, oh, you weren't joking? It was supposed to be like this badass cut point.
Yep.
And I went,
That's what it was.
it was the most badass fight scene.
I mean, we were like, wow, that's going to make the outtake real. But do it serious. Like for real now.
I actually like the one you directed.
That's funny. I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm biased. There was the whole opening sequence of me going through the bunker and fighting all these guys in a kind of a dream sequence. I think it was right around the time like John Wick was really popular, and I was like, I want to do that. How often were you really driving the Impala versus fake driving? Anything at night was fake. Anything during the day was real. What was the worst wig?
Yeah.
Who had the dumbest onset injury?
When I broke my hand, season 3, fighting vampires in a motel, and I tried to play it off, and I fell like this, and I snapped my scaphoid in my wrist.
Yeah, that was dumb.
It was dumb.
Which filming location was the most haunted? Riverview.
Oh my God, yeah. It was a mental asylum, like an old decommissioned mental asylum from like the, back in the 1950s.
That did lobotomies.
They had
electroshock therapy.
like torture chambers.
We finally got a hold of the liaison of the facility, and we were like, we want to tour the place like for real. And she was like, well, we can't go to the 4th floor. And we were all like,
We're going to the 4th floor.
See you on the 4th
that's
floor.
where we're going. And she took us up there, and she was like, "This is the staircase that I got pushed down." We were like, "Who?"
And she was so matter of fact about
Yeah,
it.
she's like, "I was
She's like,
pushed
yeah,
you
this is
down."
where I was
She's
pushed
like,
down.
Nobody else was here. I was doing the rounds by myself."
Yeah.
She's like, "I won't go into this room,"
Yeah.
and we all walk in and hang out. But yeah, apparently just grossly haunted that
Yeah.
place. There were some other ones too, but that one takes the cake. What was the most interesting character you got to play that wasn't your main one?
I'll go with Solar Sam.
Interesting, most interesting.
Again, I'll go with Solar Sam.
Jury's out.
You got to answer it too. You can't just give me that back. Damn it.
That's the next one.
I know, but you haven't answered the question.
Oh, okay. What is? I guess I'll go Michael.
Yeah, that's
Probably. Probably the biggest departure.
Future Cass was
Who
the most interesting.
Yeah.
That's right.
He was the guru.
He was like, yeah, let's,
He was the
I have
guru.
time to go wash up for the orgy.
Yes.
Why not go get washed up for the orgy? You're all so beautiful.
Misha thinks that's interesting because that's actually him as a person.
Just calling himself interesting.
Burning Man Misha is what we call it.
When was your first fan convention? Mine was the summer after season 1 aired in the UK. It was a multi-show con, and I realized that the show had some substance when the fan reaction was overwhelming.
Mine was a few months prior. It was during season 1. It was in LA, but one of the actors there who had done a few, who was part of a big science fiction franchise, was seeing me sign stuff, and he's like, "You gotta simplify your signature." I was like, "Huh?" He goes, "You got a lot of letters, just write your first initial and do a line. Your next initial, do a line." I was like, "But that's not how I write my name."
2009, there was a creation convention in New Jersey, I believe. It says a panel. You're doing a panel.
Yeah.
And in my mind, a panel is with a lot of other
Multiple people, yeah.
And then I got up there and I'm like, who am I doing the panel with? And they're like, you're
Just you,
doing the
pal.
panel with your
You.
microphone. Go.
Which supernatural creature would you defeat in real life?
Zombie. They're so slow. They don't do shit.
Just turn and walk away from them.
A fairy?
You know what?
They're
Yes,
small.
yes. Because as drop something, they have to count it all. You can drop 20 entertainment weekly questions, and
And
then they have to
count
sit
them.
there and count it, and then you're like, okay, I'm out of
I'm
here.
gonna go with a changeling.
Just punt it.
Yep.
Boom.
Just a straight front to the teeth.
Put on some Lucchese's and just
Yep.
wind up and bang.
Well, I think that does it for us. Anything to add?
He's talking to me this whole time.
Some things never change.
Yeah.
In 25 years.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you later. Howdy.
Bye.